So, I'm sure by now pretty much everyone watching this video knows about the whole TeamTrees thing going on YouTube. Everyone, other than maybe my grandparents, because I don't think they watch any YouTubers other than me. I don't know, that could be wrong. They might be massive Mr. Beast fans for all I know. Either way, to explain if only for them, there's this initiative among YouTubers to try and plant 20 million trees by 2020, which might sound far away, I don't know about you, but 2020 feels ages away to me. But it's actually just 64 days. 64 days until 2020. It's honestly scary. And I am a YouTuber, so this is me getting involved. There's a link in the top line of the description to teamtrees.org that's also spelled out like this to my grandparents again, who probably don't know how to click the top link in the description, so just type that into your computer and press search. Because they are planting a tree for every dollar that's raised for them. I personally have donated $100, which is 0.0005% of 20 million, so that's all me. But all jokes aside, as of recording this on Saturday, the 26th of October, we as a community have already raised nearly 4 million, and I imagine once this video goes live, it will be way higher. So it is doable, and I can't stress it enough, every tree counts, whether it's 1 or a million, and if you're still not convinced, here's a whole Seamus Gorman video dedicated to trees. Which you're probably wondering how I'm going to go about that as someone with a pretty niche genre of content where I talk about Pixar and Harry Potter, and that's pretty much it. Like, it isn't as if I haven't tried to branch out into Marvel, but no one watches them, so it's okay. I imagine this video might also flop because the last time I spoke about global warming on my channel, YouTube commenter Angel Whispers got very offended because I was obviously getting too political, and I get it. Global warming is clearly a very controversial issue, and me taking the stance of not wanting to destroy the planet is a very... I know, you're an idiot. But, you know, my video's been doing really well lately for some reason, so I kind of need a challenge at this point, which is why today I'm going to be talking about my favorite trees. So let's start with, I think, pretty much the undisputed greatest tree in the world. But just for the sake of this video, I'm going to say it's the second best tree, so we don't say the best one right from the start. It doesn't actually have an official name, but I'm calling it the Pixar Tree. As you may know, this tree right here is an Easter egg that pops up in Pixar's films every now and again. Its first feature being in A Bug's Life, where it's literally there from the first shot and in the background for pretty much the entire movie. I mean, they might as well have called it A Tree's Life. Also Bugs. Improving that title. I'm gonna miss it. Then, a year later, the tree makes an appearance in Toy Story 2 for just under 30 seconds during Jesse's flashback scene. At the time, this was probably just because they accidentally deleted Toy Story 2, oh yeah, that happened, and they were miles behind schedule, so just decided to reuse the tree to save time. Little did they know, it would become an iconic Easter egg and announced second best tree of all time in 2019. By me, in this video. I literally said it a minute ago. But then we were forced to spend 9 long years without any new information about this tree. Until WALL-E came along, and in the very, very, very end credits, it shows the plant that grew from the boot was actually the same tree. I don't want to be a spoil sport here, but I'm not convinced. I know.
Shut up, Seamus.
But I'm sorry, anyone who knows anything about trees knows the Pixar tree is a type of
palo borracho,
or
drunk tree,
which is a name given to trees displaced from their normal vertical alignment. Basically, it's crooked. Specifically, according to PlantSnap, my favorite plant recognition app, not sponsored. Or is it? No, this video isn't sponsored, I promise. PlantSnap sucks. I wouldn't say that if it was sponsored, would I? The tree from A Bug's Life is a
ceiba especiosa,
or
ceiba speciosa,
which I honestly thought was wrong when I googled it because every single one of these trees has pink leaves, but then I remembered at the end of A Bug's Life, this tree also has pink leaves, so I'm not even going to pretend I know a thing about trees. Point is, the tree from WALL-E just isn't a ceiba speciosa. It looks like a regular oak tree, or elm. I'm going to be honest, the only reason I know tree names is because of their respective Pokemon professors, so this could be nothing like an oak tree or an elm tree, and I wouldn't know. I just don't think these are the same tree. But despite all this confusion, in 2009, the Pixar Tree definitely returned in Up, where of course it appears during the scene as the spot where Carl violently ends Ellie's life by making her climb a hill. Like, I'm just saying, if there had been more trees and one of them was planted at the bottom of the hill, Ellie would have never died and may have even got to go to South America. Donate to save Ellie's life. It's not too late. Which brings me on to my next favorite tree on my favorite trees list. I still can't believe I'm making this video. The Whomping Willow. I don't even think I need to explain why, but if you insist, the story starts on the 10th of March 1960. A boy named Remus Lupin was brought into the world. Tragically, when he was only young, he was attacked by a werewolf called Fenrir Greyback, leading to him also becoming a werewolf. No! Which would cause him to be considered as lesser and get discriminated against by the wizarding community. Fortunately, Dumbledore, being a progressive headmaster, offered him a place at Hogwarts Witchcraft and Wizardry. Because, I mean, it might be fun to have this monster running around trying to kill everyone once a month. Strangely, not even Dumbledore's most dangerous idea. So just to be safe, if you can even use that word, Remus was brought to the Shrieking Shack for his time of the month to prevent him from attacking other students. And therefore, just before he joined, a Whomping Willow was planted to disguise the secret passage leading from Hogwarts to the Shrieking Shack. What a wonderful tree. There was some other stuff that happened involving this tree, like when a car drove into it and it destroyed this guy called Harry Potter's broom, but like, that's not really important because this was my favorite tree long before the 1990s. A true hero of the Marauders era. And I know a lot of people want a Marauders film, but hear me out. A Whomping Willow origin story. I mean, come on, Warner Brothers, it'd be like printing your own money. Take a note out of Marvel's book. You're releasing one film every 3 years at the moment. You could be doing 3 or 4 a year, starting with the Whomping Willow origin story. I'm telling you, we want to see it. At least I do. And while we're talking about Marvel, I simply can't pass up the opportunity to talk about the world's most famous tree, Groot. Now, I have a lot to say about Groot, but just to be respectful, I'm gonna say it in his language, okay? I am Groot. 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 We are Groot. I am 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 Groot, I am Groot, I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot, I am Groot. I am Groot. And before we move on to the greatest tree of all time, let's just go through some honourable mentions. Starting with Treebeard from Lord of the Rings. There's not actually that much to say, just definitely in top 5 sentient trees in pop culture. We've also got the Lorax.
I speak for the trees. Let them grow.
Just the Lorax.
I speak for the trees.
You can't forget Grandmother Willow from Pocahontas, and I'd give a reason why, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a fake Disney fan, and I haven't seen Pocahontas since I was a kid, and I have no recollection of what this character is, so like, I can't remember the film at all, to be honest with you. I only included this one because it features in a lot of other top 10 trees lists, because apparently this isn't even an original idea. This has been done before. How? Why? And finally, the Weirwood trees from... I'm not sure I can say the name of that show anymore. It'll start a complete war in the comments. The Weirwood trees from A Song of Ice and Fire. The books. But my favourite tree of all time is this one. Oh my god, I'm planting a tree. What an original idea. No one's ever done that before, but I thought, what better way to end a video about trees than by planting a tree of my own. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. Oh, wow. It's actually kind of hot, you know. I don't even know why I put a coat on. Are you sure the ground goes this deep? Because it feels rock hard. And there's something there. There was a root for that tree just in the ground, so I actually couldn't dig that portion of the ground, so we're going to cover that back up and we're going to start digging a new hole. I think that was a good hole. That was a lot harder than I thought it would be. Now I've got to plant the tree. How do I take this out? Do I yank it? Oh, okay, I see. That makes sense. And then we place this in here. Okay, so I just want to pause this video to remind you to make sure to subscribe to this channel for more exhilarating gardening content in the future. I know how exciting this is, I know how entertaining this is, I know this is what you all want to be watching right now. Anyway, back to the video. Just soak it. There's a pool of water there now. That good? Oh, sorry about that tree. And that is my favorite tree of all time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. You can subscribe to my channel by clicking here. You can watch another video by clicking here. You can check out my Patreon here and in the description down below. Your support would mean the world to me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. I need to wash my hands now.